This is the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, your number one source of information, education, and entertainment. For honest, responsible, and dependable information, we stand supreme. To stay focused, inspired, and relaxed, choose green.
Herbal, and welcome to the traditional herbal health discussion. And as usual, to open the show, I'm going to read the Iba. Ope nifon olorun, oludumare oba ajiki, mojiloni, mo ogun meri aye. Iba ila orun, iba iwo olorun, iba ariwa, iba gusu, iba oba igbalie, iba orun oke, iba baba, iba yeye, iba atiwo orun, ibashe igungun kiki igungun, ibashe ori, ori ino, ipori atiwo orun, ashe, ashe, ashe. All right. For today's show, we are going to discuss something very, very important. We are going to discuss alkalinity. All right. This is a subject that has been spoken about by many persons in the health field, and particularly in the field of nutrition. All right. The Dr. Sebi spoke a bit about this subject at length, and so did Dr. Laila Africa. All right, I'm going to read today from a document that promotes a detoxification uh, program. All right, the name of the book is Cleanse and Purify Thyself by Dr. Richard Anderson. In that book, he states that the body always strives to maintain a proper acid alkaline balance. The more you help it along by eating the right balance of food, the less wear and tear on the system. If an acidic condition persists, however, the body will draw minerals from other areas to try to neutralize the situation. For instance, calcium, an alkaline forming mineral, may be released from bones. This is a short-term solution which over time can lead to osteoporosis. Chronic overacidity removes oxygen from the blood and can result in lowered immunity and premature aging, kidney stone formation, muscle loss, back pain, gout, and other joint diseases. Chronic degenerative conditions like cancer tend to develop in an over-acid environment. Over-acidity also can produce the tired, headache, fuzzy-headed feeling many people get, especially after eating. Mucus is formed from the body protecting itself from a highly acidic environment, and toxic substances such as drugs, especially aspirin and alcohol, salt, heavy metals, chemicals, antigens, antibody complexes, and the toxin produced by bacteria, yeast, and parasites. When you eat, drink, and take too many acid forming substances, including thoughts and emotions, the body signals to form mucus in your stomach, small intestines, and colon as a way to protect and maintain the alkaline pH balance needed for it to function properly. When this happens, the mucus keeps coming and layering on top of itself, impacting old waste while trapping the toxic substances like drugs, chemicals, and negative emotions. This new toxic environment feeds, or rather depletes, the blood and cells. We lose our pH balance as a result of taking drugs, either medicinal or recreational, which can cause metabolic stress. Being stressed for emotional stress drains electrolytes just as if we were eating acid forming foods. Eating acid forming foods. To replenish the alkaline minerals and your health, become conscious of your thoughts and emotions. Cleanse your body. Eat raw organic plant based foods. At least this should be 80% of your diet. And limit the acid forming substances, which should ideally be under 20% of your diet. Listed here would among the foods that are acid, it includes alcohol, all processed foods, anger, barley, bread, cake, canned fruits, cereal, chickpeas, chocolate, cigarettes, coffee, complaining, cooked grains, with the exception of millet and quinoa, cornstarch, dairy products, drugs, eggs, foods cooked with oil, glazed or sulfured fruits, ketchup, legumes, lentil, meat, fish, birds, shellfish, mustard, nuts, seeds, beans, oatmeal, pasta, black pepper, popcorn, salt, soda crackers, soft drinks, soy products, stress, white and processed sugar, artificial sweeteners, black tea, overcooked vegetables, distilled vinegar, and all forms of wheat. What you digest is overly acid. When what you digest is overly acid, the body has to deplete its own alkaline reserves, also needed for exercise, illness, and stress to handle these acids. A simple way to eat well is to just stick to a wide variety of whole, unprocessed foods, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds, whole grains with small amounts of organic flesh foods, and a daily dose of fermented veggies like raw sauerkraut and kimchi. All right. So that was actually a list of products that should be eaten and also what should be avoided. All right. Most acidic food tend to fall in the high protein category. All right. All right. Food for thought. What are you eating and drinking? How do you feel about what you are eating and drinking? How do you feel while you are eating and drinking? And how do you feel after you eat and drink? All right. Now, beyond here, what the document goes into is allowing your body to cleanse. All right. According to Hippocrates, he said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. All right. View your kitchen as your medicine cabinet. During a detox, assist your body's natural cleansing process by eliminating toxic stressors. Support and clean your colon, liver, lungs, and kidneys with water and easy to digest, mostly raw or organic fruits, vegetables, and salads, as well as positive thoughts and emotion. Before fasting and during a cleansing period, it is best to prepare your body by eliminating the food listed on the next page, as well as thoughts and emotions that are overstimulating and can exhaust your liver, body, and mind. Okay, here is a list of foods to avoid to cleanse and heal. All right, the list here first include dairy products. All dairy products are to be avoided, including milk, cheese, cottage cheese, sour cream, yogurt, kefir, butter, ice cream, and frozen yogurt. Wheat and products containing wheat, such as pasta and bread. Sweeteners, refined sugars, any white or brown sugar, high fructose corn syrup, evaporated cane juice, and artificial sweeteners. Gluten, all gluten containing grains, including wheat, barley, rye, oats, spelt, triticale, kamut, couscous, bran, and farina. Soy products should also be avoided. This would include tofu, soy milk, soy yogurt, soy sauce, soy protein powder, and tempeh. Cocoa and caffeinated beverages, definitely avoid. Coffee, black tea, soft drinks. And the animal products to be avoided would be beef, pork, veal, sausage, and hot dog, deli meats and cold cuts, shellfish, farm raised catfish and salmon. Okay, condiments that should be avoided: ketchup, vinegar, relish, soya sauce, teriyaki sauce, non dairy creamer, barbecue or steak sauce, salad dressing, not made with allowed ingredients, mayonnaise, right? Spreads not made with the allowed ingredients, and similar condiments. Other foods to avoid should include drugs, over the counter prescription and illegal drugs, chemicals, what you put on or in your body and use in your house, cigarettes, alcohol, beer, wine, liquor, yeast, nutritional yeast is allowed and is beneficial, hot spices, food additives, and preservatives, high fat food, shortening, and margarine. Now I'm going to list for you, those were the foods that you should avoid. Now I'm going to list to you what you should use while fasting or cleansing. All right. These foods will boost your health, your immune system, and energy, support the liver, as well as clean the colon. Fruits alone. Now, fruits has to be eaten by itself with no other type of food. All right, so all fresh organic fruits are recommended. Blended organic frozen fruits. Avoid or limit dried fruits. Unsweetened in limited amounts, such as cranberries, dates, raisins, goji berry, and by all means avoid fruit juices. You should try to use the fruits fresh and wholesome. All right, now we moving on to vegetables, which must be eaten also by themselves, not together with the fruits. All raw and leafy greens, tomatoes, avocados, cucumbers, celery, carrots, beet, steamed or lightly sauteed broccoli, cauliflower, broccoli sprouts, artichoke, and dark leafy greens, such as kale, collard greens, and Swiss chard. Sea vegetables including kelp, nori sheets, wakame, and spirulina. All right. Corn must be avoided at all cost. Right now, the beans and legumes could be also consumed by themselves. They are not to be mixed with the vegetable, nor are they to be mixed with the fruits. All right. Listing the beans and legumes, you have split peas and green peas, lentils, chickpeas, humus, adzuki beans. All right. And the nuts and seeds in small amounts, not to be combined with sugars, fruits, or animal protein. Among the nuts is almond, walnut, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, tahini, chai seeds, hemp seed, hemp nuts, coconut, especially young coconut, nuts and butters made only with the allowed ingredients. Peanuts and pistachios usually not recommended due to the mold content. Blanched almonds you can eat as is. Soak the raw nuts and seeds for 5 to 8 hours and eat or drain and put in the fridge. Ground flaxseed provide fiber, protein, and omega 3. Soak chai seed in an almond milk and raw cocoa and maca powder for an energy treat. Recommended beverages, of course, unsweetened milk made from allowed fruits such as rice milk, almond milk, hemp milk, coconut milk. Well, of course, not the canned coconut milk. Water, filtered water. Avoid carbonated seltzer water. Green and yerba mate tea to transition from drinking coffee. Herbal teas, lemon water, and freshly juiced vegetables. All right. Condiments that you can eat while dieting or cleansing or fasting would include miso in small amounts, lemons and limes, fresh and dried herbs and spices. All right. Fresh ginger and garlic. All right. So, what should be avoided, of course, is animal proteins. Avoid eating with grains and starches. Do not eat at least a week before and after fast. All right, organic turkey, organic chicken, preferably pastured chicken, wild, cold, fresh fish, such as Alaskan salmon, lamb, wild game, such as venison, buffalo, and ostrich. All right, oils, cold pressed, extra virgin olive oil, organic raw coconut oil, hemp oil, flax oil, chia oil, almond oil, avocado oil, safflower, sesame, and sunflower oil in limited amounts due to the omega 6 fatty acids. All right, so these are the foods that you should have. All right, now they talk about picking produce or selecting the produce that you use. All right, they are saying that things that are high in pesticide, all right, you have to be very careful in selecting these foods. All right. So some of the foods that you would find that are very high in pesticides would include apple, apricots, artichoke, cantaloupe from Mexico, celery, cherries from the United States, celeries, cherries from the United States, grapes from Chile, peaches, pears, potatoes, raspberries, spinach, and strawberries. All right. Now, there are some supplies that are low in pesticides because they don't have a lot of pests to harm them, so they don't need to apply too much pesticides. They are asparagus, avocados, bananas, blackberries, blueberries, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cantaloupe from the United States, carrots, cauliflower, chard, corn, eggplants, grapefruit, grapes from the US, kiwi, lettuce, okra, onions, peach, peas, radishes, tangerine, tomatoes, and watermelon. Now, mind you, among the list may have things that was not approved by the Dr. Sebi diet because the author of this document is not Dr. Sebi. All right. Now, this is the guideline they give for cleansing. They say drink a minimum of 8 glasses of room temperature water per day in between meals. Take the time to chew your food well without distractions. be with the taste and nutrition of the food in gratitude, right? And they say to include foods that create balance and support the body and the mind, right? Raw vegetables, sea vegetables such as nori, fruits in limited amounts, such as tropical fruits and fruits that are mainly free of mold in small amounts, right? Quinoa and brown rice, all right? Or raw and soaked nuts and seeds, all right? Of course, it is best to eat raw organic fruits, which must be eaten by themselves, raw organic vegetables, which also must be eaten by themselves. Okay, so I think for today's show, we got a great amount of information on what we should do during a cleanse. All right, so basically, that concludes today's information on traditional herbal health. What I would now do is I would present you with the educational opportunities that are available for persons interested in learning about Ifa Orisha, even though today's show was about health. We have shows on a Sunday, which is today, which is the traditional herbal health. We have Wednesday, we have the Ifa Bamero show, which is 5:30 p.m. And on Friday, we have the Ifa Orisha Tradition Community Discussion Show at 6:30. Beside those shows, we also have virtual classes. On Wednesday, we have the astrology class at 6:30. On Friday, the etymology class at 5 p.m. There are no classes, no virtual classes at the moment. All right. Now, remember again, these all of these classes are free. And for those who are interested in attending a live class every Tuesday, we have Ifa Orisha classes at 5 p.m. at the Barataria Community Center on 6th Avenue opposite the recreational ground. This is the African indigenous tradition community. All right. Now, for persons who are interested in viewing the streams on other social media platforms, we have um, the there are several platforms where excuse me, where we stream these videos as well as others of the shows that I've just mentioned. Some of these platforms include the IFA Orisha Tradition Discussion Group of Trinidad and Tobago, the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, the IFA Bamero Home of IFA Orisha Tradition, the IFA Orisha Community Congress, the IFA Orisha Institute of Sacred and Divine Sciences, the IFA Orisha Tradition Teaching Group of TNT, the Orisha Baptist Small and Medium Business Alliance, the African Indigenous Tradition Community, the Traditional Herbal Health Network International, as well as on the Orisha Baptist Teaching Moments International and the Ianti Diasporic Venture. Other than the social media platforms, we are also on YouTube at the Ifa Bamero Home of Ifa Orisha Tradition. All right, with this, we would like to thank you for viewing our stream on the program, the Ifa Orisha Traditional Herbal Health. And we would be back again next week where we would have the show. We are asking the viewers to like, share, as well as subscribe. And at the end of the video, when the other video comes up, we would like you to view the video. And with that, I would like to say Odabo and see you next week.